What's up, Wikimaniacs? I'm going off script again. No intros. We've got 6 stories today. One involving murder. One involving the Sean rule. One involving chocolate. And if you want 2 extra stories, head on over to our patreon.com/cultivate podcast network or our YouTube memberships page where you get ad-free episodes and bonus stories. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
I'm not ready.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome back to another Am I the Asshole episode. It's your boy Josh here, joined by John and Sean. What's up, boys?
We can just do
Sean's
whatever
mad.
we want. We can just do whatever we
do
want.
whatever I want.
We can just do what we want now. No
now
intros.
Now that John has taken over half my workload, I'm just bored. I just want to throw in random curveballs for you guys.
You can have the work back. We need stress, Josh.
No, not after September 20th. I will be less stressed.
True.
But what's up, boys? How's it going?
It's going
pretty well.
It's a Tuesday.
It
Oh,
is?
I don't think. Let's just reveal in the main right now what we have. And this is going to be something that Sean's going to get mad at us about. Sean, you know how we started taking over like the Tuesday episode
On Patreon.
Yeah.
on Patreon? We call them Tuesdays now.
Wow. Love that.
How-
I'm so glad
Sound like you
y'all
love that.
get to have so much fun together without me. That's so sick.
We're trying out a bunch of different stuff. Like Josh made us do like HR stories. I'm going to bring like old format back. So, just letting you know
The fun
that
time.
we're doing that.
You should
Cool.
listen to them.
Hey, everyone
you
should
should.
unsubscribe from Patreon, actually. I'm kind of sick of this shit already. We got to get these guys
Wait,
back
no, we
to
need
corporate life.
Hold on.
I'm
We
sick
need
of being
people.
If I have to work corporate, so do the both of them. Actually,
Should you be asking for more people to go to the
No!
Patreon?
Yeah,
And
so then you can
I-
quit. What the fuck are you doing?
everyone suffers. 2 J's? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't
like
give a
Tuesday,
shit.
Tuesday.
I know what it is.
because there's 2 J's.
I understand.
I don't think you
hate
do.
Yeah. Can you repeat that again? What is it? What's it called again, Josh? I don't think Sean heard.
J's.
Yeah.
You see how they do me, y'all? Y'all see how they do me?
So if you want to get Sean at a corporate life, go check out our Tuesday episodes on our Patreon.
Or if you want to
page.
bring
Yeah.
them back to the depths of hell with me, unsubscribe from
Jesus,
everything.
hey, shut up.
Leave.
If you want a different way to help get Sean out of corporate life, you can check out our merch store where we've got our new decorum merch.
Ooh.
Sean, can you give him a nice decorum?
I don't know. Can I? Am I in the mood for a decorum?
I think
knows?
You have to be angry to do a proper decorum.
Decorum!
Contractually obligated.
I'm surprised you didn't yell it while we were doing the Tuesday bit.
I was too upset.
But yeah, head on over to redditonwikishop.com to get your decorum merch. We've got shirts, sweaters, cropped sweaters. Is that right?
We have cropped
mugs,
hoodies.
Hats.
Cropped hoodies. That's what they are. And I think we're doing hats now. So go check out the
Yeah.
store
Mm.
and get your decorum merch today to help Sean get on the Tuesday episodes.
And we'd have to switch it up.
We
don't
would
call
have
them
to switch.
Tuesdays anymore.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just give him the day off.
Wow. See how they do me? See how they fucking do me? That's crazy.
We can do one, Sean, where it's just only Browns.
That's
episode,
crazy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's crazy.
You could do that. All right. Well, your boy's ready to hop into the stories today.
Someone's a little salty
I
today.
need to leave, actually. This is not good for my mental health.
I like getting Sean riled up before the Am I the Asshole stories.
I'm fucking pissed.
So this first one posted by Cyclone36. And the title is Am I the Asshole for Not Acting Happy When My Wife Saw Me on Our Morning Commute?
Did she look disappointed and be like, fuck, I gotta see your ugly ass face
Flipped him off.
I mean, I don't know. Morning commutes are never fun. I don't think I look happy ever during that. I think if I saw my wife, I would smile and wave. Though I don't think I would.
I think that would be the bright light of the day.
Yeah,
right? You'd be
I
like,
just
oh,
can't
shit.
imagine where I'd see my wife on the road and be angry about it.
Unless
right.
your wife is, can't really see that well from a distance and probably didn't know it was you and probably thought it was a stranger just gawking and looking creepily. Because I'd be looking creepily at my wife if I see her from a distance.
All
Could
right. Well, let's hop into the story and see. So I, 31 male, was driving to work this morning and I'm getting close to my exit. I'm driving along in the middle lane, passing the slower cars in the right lane, and I'm about to switch lanes when the car in the right lane suddenly speeds up, blocking my access to that lane. Automatically, I'm annoyed and I look over to see what the hell is wrong with that driver. Turns out it's my wife,
Flicked him
30
off.
female, and she's smiling and waving, happy to see me on her way to work. So she didn't flip him off.
No, I'm saying it sounds like OP
Oh,
almost
he did.
instinctively.
Fuck you. I don't wave back or smile. Keep in mind, I'm already annoyed at the driver speeding up to block my way, trying to make my exit, and caught by surprise to see my wife. My wife then sends me a message when she gets to work saying that she was sad I didn't wave back, but I figured she was joking around and I forgot about it. Later tonight, she brought it up and ended up having a mini argument over it. Turns out her feelings were actually hurt by me not being happy, or me not acting happy to see her. From my point of view, I was kind of annoyed because I could have missed my exit, or worse, got into an accident. I just don't think the freeway at 7 a.m. is the place to do that. From her point of view, she was trying to make a connection and show love, and I didn't reciprocate that. So am I the asshole for not waving back to my wife on the freeway when I was trying to change lanes and make my exit?
All right, I feel good. I say yeah. Yeah, I feel good on my
Yeah.
prediction. Yeah, dude. You said multiple times in the story that you had to, she's mad that you didn't act like you were happy to. Are you not genuinely happy to see your wife?
Yeah,
That's
you
weird.
shouldn't have to act.
That's weird. You have to act like you're happy to see her. That's, like I said, when we were talking about the story before it started, I just can't imagine, even in this scenario, if I got cut off, I look to the side mad, and then I see it's my wife, I'm instantly, mood has changed.
I'm fucking flirting. the
Yeah,
whole
I'm
time.
like,
What you mean?
you know what I'm saying? So this, I get initially being mad, but as soon as you see them, I feel like you would then be like, oh, no reason to be mad. Also, if, I live in a city with terrible traffic, you just take the next exit. You know what I mean? It's not life or death if you mix the exit.
Probably shouldn't be passing when you're that close to your exit, I think, too.
Probably. You should have got in there earlier. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Ahead of
What are you
time.
doing?
yeah, I just think, is this the worst person we've ever had? Not even close.
No.
But I mean, I feel like it shouldn't. First off, not being happy to see them, I think is weird. And then
Yeah.
ghosting, not answering back your wife after she sent the text to where she had to bring it up later in the day is also weird. Like, I get maybe you have a super busy job and you're not allowed to look at your phone. I know some people have jobs like that, but still, like, you got lunch break, I assume.
Yeah. Or something.
You got to shit at some point. If you're not shitting at
Company dime.
yeah, if you're not shitting on the company dime, what are you doing, brother?
You are the asshole then, for sure.
So
Take their money.
yeah, so yeah, I don't think it's great by you. And then the fact that you got in an argument about it, I feel like this is not worth having a fight over. If she's
Yeah.
explaining to you my feelings were hurt, you should be like, yeah, that's my bad. I got upset because I thought somebody was trying to cut me out of a lane or whatever. And then just listen. To fight with her is wild on that one.
Oh yeah, I gotta completely agree. You're already going to some place that you probably don't like. I mean, who the fuck likes going to work, right? You're doing an action that's not fun, sitting through traffic. I hate doing that. So you get to see possibly, I don't know what your relationship is like, possibly the one person that could bring a smile to your face, and you don't reciprocate that love back. Homeboy, what are you doing? Your wife's trying to rizz you up, bro. She's trying to cheer you up, trying to be a little flirtatious. I'm saying, if that was me, I see my wife next to me, I'd be like, hey, you want to ditch work? Let's go back home. Shit, let's get it or something. Flirt with your wife. Flirt with your spouse. Be as playful with each other for as long as possible. Who gives a fuck about work? Who cares about being cut off? Obviously, you didn't get in an accident. Obviously, you didn't miss your exit. So you couldn't have just smiled and waved at her back it takes 2 seconds to do it, my guy. So
Also,
yeah, I think
presumably,
you're an asshole.
she's in that lane, so she could just stop and let you get
Yeah.
over. So I mean,
Seriously.
what are you fighting about, brother? I don't
Seriously.
get it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Well, it's crazy because like I get in the moment, maybe being upset, and then yeah, like you guys,
that's
see, so
fine.
looking
Yeah.
over, seeing it's your wife. Even then, if you still get to work and you see she's texted you, be like, oh yeah, like I didn't miss my exit. Everything was fine. I'm my bad. I should have waved. Sorry. Like immediately apologize because none of those things that in your head you think that happened. So it's like, why are you so angry? Like you got to work on time. You're fine. Everyone else is fine. Why are you making this such a big deal?
And your wife verbalized what she felt, and you
Yeah.
internalized yours. That makes you even more wrong.
Exactly. So Reddit deemed asshole.
Yeah.
Opportunity proof 8197 said, you're the asshole. We need to cherish our wives, man. Life is short. You have a built-in best friend and lover who supports you and loves
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
This is a rarity. I know how frustrating the daily commute is, but you can't let those inconsiderate, entitled drivers bother you. It isn't worth it. Try to make every day count and share that with your wife. There's too much hate in the world. Combat it by prioritizing her and making her happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a lovely piece of
Well,
yeah.
like life
freaking
advice.
said.
So shout out opportunity proof in the comments, just dropping wisdom.
Mhm.
All right. Moving on to the next one, a little bit heavier. We talk about abortion in this one. So if you don't want to hear that, feel free to move on to the next story. But this one was cross-posted on our subreddit by Monochrome Monster 69. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice. But the story's not nice. And the title is, Am I the asshole for calling my stepsister a murderer after she kept calling abortion murder?
This sounds like some petty revenge type shit.
Yeah.
Sounds like Trump. Abortion is bad, even though I've had 20. You know what I mean? Like that.
Reminds me of that Bible story that I don't know if Sean was there. I think he was off that episode.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're
But
talking
he was
about.
mentioning that like the husband was in a religion and he's mad that he's not the wife is not practicing said religion. So she used their words against his.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's kind of the same situation.
All right.
I still say probably it just, my prediction. It sounds like your sister got an abortion after spending a lifetime of being against abortions. It sounds like you're roasting her for it. That seems tough because I feel like that's kind of probably not a great moment. But, maybe this person has fundraised money against abortions and, put people in a lot of harm by trying to, put a leash on women's rights. And they now use it because it's inconvenient to them, which I guess would deserve a roasting.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I do love petty revenge.
I know
so
this does seem
let's hear
something
it.
right up John's alley.
Yeah. Actually, it is right up John's alley. So
Perfect.
it goes like this. I, 23 female, am pro-choice. My older stepsister, Jane, 29 female, is very pro-life and often refers to abortion as murder. She's married to John, 32 male, who is also quite religious and against abortion.
Couldn't be me.
Jane and John follow very strict Christian values and are vocal about it.
Called it.
My parents, dad and stepmom, who raised me since I was 4, are pro-choice when it comes in some cases of rape, incest, and a life of the mother, as well as supporting D&C for non-abortive purposes. On Sunday, which was yesterday, we were having a family brunch after we had gone to church. My parents and I are Presbyterian, and Jane and John are Baptist. When the topic of abortion came up because Jane and John's pastor brought it up, Jane started her usual speech about how abortion is murder and how anyone who supports it is going against Christian values. I've heard this countless times, and I usually try to stay out of it to keep the peace, as do my parents. Though this time, she specifically called me out, saying I'm a disgrace to our family and to God because of my pro-choice views. She went on and on about how I'm not living according to Christian values and how disappointed she is in me, revealing I had an abortion in high school. I had a uteral fistula removed via DNC when I was 17.
Oh, this deserves the roast. This deserves
Ain't
the
no
fucking
love
roast.
like Christian hate.
So she went on to say I should repent for my sins. I was tired of her holier than thou attitude and constant judgment, but revealing my medical history to her husband was the last straw to me. So in the heat of the moment, I snapped and said, quote, "At least I'm not a murderer by your standards, but you are," referring to the fact that Jane had an abortion in college, which she had confided in me a few years ago when she was drunk. Jane's face went white and John looked shocked. He had no idea about the abortion. Jane stormed out of the room and John followed, demanding answers. Now the whole family is upset with me for exposing Jane's secret and causing a huge rift in their marriage. Jane is furious and won't speak to me. My parents are disappointed and John is devastated. I feel bad for how things turned out, but I'm also angry that Jane keeps shaming me for my beliefs when she hasn't been honest about her past and was acting like a huge hypocrite. So am I the asshole?
Nope.
Fuck around and find out.
Nope. Oh, it's
Jane's
so
not the virgin.
Wild. Good show, by the
Wow.
way. Love that show.
Great show. Yeah.
It's so wild to me when people just like, I don't know. This happens all the time where people like have done the thing that they hate the most and are so like loud about it. You know
Go
what I
to
mean?
Therapy and figure that out.
Yeah.
Because it's clearly you hate yourself.
It's so strange. Like, what is it? We've said it multiple times.
Self-righteousness.
I don't know. What I'm trying to.
Self-completion?
Nope, not that one. But it's just like, it's so strange to me when you have this huge secret that you're clearly ashamed of. And instead of just going to therapy or just being quietly ashamed of it, you're just so loud and judgmental of everybody else that has done the same exact thing that you've done is wild. It's like how the Grindr CEO said the Republican National Convention is their Super Bowl. It's just like, just fucking, I don't get it, man. Just be
Love
who you
yourself.
are. Let the truth out.
Yeah.
Love yourself. It's so weird that people repress and then hate people that are, I don't know, openly doing what they're so shameful. Just maybe you shouldn't be ashamed about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's so strange to me, especially when you know that you've confided to this person your darkest secret, and then on a random brunch you're going to be like, "Yeah, remember that time you fucking murdered somebody in high school?" Like, okay, bitch, you know what? It's so like weird to give that person your darkest secret and then still roast them publicly. Like, do you not understand what is about to happen? Like, no, this was well deserved. It's people like this I will never understand.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with what Sean is saying. I'm not a big fan of virtue signaling at all. You know, it's and at the end of the day, I feel like I make fun of people with religion a lot, but at the end of the day, you know, what they say is only God can judge them. And by all means, if that's what you believe in, that's what you believe in. I don't like when other people like shame other people's choices and what they're, you know, what they stand in. However, with this specific with OP's sister, it seems like, yeah, she was so loud about it. She's like, yeah, there's murder, this and that. But, you know, it's a malicious compliance to its finest. And sometimes the way to put people in their place is doing something like that. Yes, it sucks. Yes, a relationship is ruined, but she was being a shitty person to begin with. So sometimes people deserve that flaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Because leading with hate and just being the loudest person in the room, they're like, oh, no one would ever suspect I would do this thing or I would be this thing. And it's like, no, just lead with love and then
I feel
understand.
like I immediately suspect that you are doing it. Like,
yeah. It's like whenever you play werewolf or anything like that. And it's like the loudest person.
I can't be the
always accusing
werewolf.
people.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So you're the werewolf, right?
Like that guy's definitely the werewolf.
I had a friend like that who, you know, who had did you know, done some things in the past and kind of virtual signals people, and I cut ties with them. I'm like, I'm not gonna have that same energy because I don't give a shit. A lot of times, like whatever you do is whatever you do. I don't, you know, just don't put it out there for me to like know, I guess. But like at the end of the day, the choice you make are the choice you make. But don't shame other people for it. So I don't know. If I was OP in this situation, I would cut ties with them altogether.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, so pretending you're perfect is crazy to me.
That's the thing. That's the crazy part too. Is like, why are you gonna shame people for it? You know, like they probably lived with it. They probably went through the proper steps to heal themselves. But you bring that up on a random brunch, like what Sean's mentioning.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, you deserve to get flamed for it.
Exactly. Reddit deemed not the asshole. And Danny Caps fan said, so it's okay for her to reveal your private medical information to family, but it's not okay for you to do the same to her? You weren't even pregnant. You just needed a medical procedure commonly used for abortion to deal with your medical issue. She actually had an abortion. She ended a pregnancy. She's hardly the only forced birther to have an abortion. And then they tell us to Google the only moral abortion is my abortion for more information. You just called her out on her hypocrisy, not the asshole. So I think that Google is like exactly what this is. It's like only my abortion, like you said about the Trump thing, only my abortion is the moral abortion. Only my 20 abortions is the moral abortion is what Trump
It's
said.
wild, dude.
Which is crazy. And then, also OP didn't get an abortion, just a procedure.
It was a medical procedure.
A medical procedure that is used for abortions, but it's not the same thing. So Jane is also just dumb.
Yeah, Jane got nothing to stand on in this fucking
No.
story.
Imagine roasting somebody for nothing and then just getting your life blown up. Was it worth it, Jane? Was it worth?
You deserve it, buddy.
Yeah. That's why you should just lead with love. That's the moral of that one.
The true Christian way, y'all.
Exactly.
There you go. See, that I fuck with.
Yeah.
That I fuck with.
The actual words written down, I'm like, yeah, these are pretty good. And then how they're
Perverted.
acted out in some circles is like, okay. That's not at all how I understood those.
This is random, but there's like a church that I passed by on my way home. They have a sign. You know how they always have signs in the front? Their sign says, make America godly again. And every time I pass by it, I'm like, I don't know which MAGA is worse.
I don't know which side you're on.
I don't know which side you're on.
Fortunately, if you're doing a MAGA thing, it's probably a MAGA side.
Yeah. In Texas.
I cringe every time I see it. I'm like, man, this is not hitting. I'm not the target audience for this.
Hell no.
Oh, man. All right. Next one here, posted by Direct Midscore Caterpillars 77. And the title for this one is, am I the asshole for eating all of my wife's Toblerones, then buying a new one?
I mean, at least you replaced it, but I don't know. It depends.
This reminds me of that TikTok of the mom yelling at the son about like drinking a Dr. Pepper and not replenishing the fridge. And she's yelling at the son and the dad is just egging it on. You got to replenish, motherfucker. If I taught you anything, it's to fucking replenish.
You didn't replenish, goddammit.
It's so funny. But yeah, I agree with John. At least you replaced it. But I do understand if she was, looking forward to it at that specific time and it had not been replaced yet. I can imagine being upset.
I have a feeling it's one of these scenarios where the Toblerone that the OP ate was like the good kind and it was replaced by an inferior kind.
Mm.
Do they have different kinds of Toblerone? I've only had the original.
I don't know. Maybe it's made from somewhere different. Maybe it's manufactured somewhere.
Yeah.
Like if someone drank my Coke at home, like the Mexican Coke, and replace it with a regular Coke, I will fight.
I've never had Mexican Coke.
Oh, we fucked up. I should
know.
have taken you somewhere with a Mexican Coke.
No.
Mexican Coke's the best, brother.
It's completely
I was
different.
like, what are you talking about?
It's completely different.
Way different.
You got to come back.
Interesting. Okay. Because I fuck with a Coke Zero. So
Coke Zero.
I don't know if they have.
Is a nice. I don't think they have a Mexican Coke Zero. The thing about Mexican Coke is that they use a different sugar, and it's just way better.
So they use like real sugar.
Just something not as processed. I think it's so
Fair.
good.
Not
It's
corn syrup.
Probably not.
I think it's cane sugar. I don't know.
Nice. All right, I'll give it a try. All right, so yesterday, sorry. I want to give a tease for the end of this one. The wife replies in the comments.
Ooh.
All right.
Little tease for the end of this one. Yesterday, a mutual friend came over and gave her a gift of Toblerone from his holiday in Switzerland.
So from the good, from the source.
Shit.
From
John
the source.
was right.
From the source, baby.
From the fucking Swiss. Are you kidding
And then
me?
we gotta
With an American Toblerone?
This will replace it from like an airport or something.
You dumb bitch.
I fucking knew it.
The Mexican Coke to American Coke analogy was perfect, John.
Spot on.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Don't touch my fucking food, asshole.
To eat the whole thing is crazy. Toblerones are big, bro.
Big.
They're massive.
she agreed I could have some, so I did.
You bastard.
She's out for 4 days, and my temptation got the best of me.
You bastard. You better fly to fucking Switzerland.
So I ate the rest of an almost entire full packet.
Ooh.
Those are so big, bro.
She has a habit of leaving food out to spoil, so I assumed it was all good to eat.
You fool.
But she sent me a message to make sure that there's some of her chocolate left. Fuck. It was already gone. So I've just rushed to the shop to get a new one in expectance that I'm a dead man when she gets back. She once flipped out on me for eating her year-old decorative pasta, so I'm not taking chances.
Motherfucker,
Which
why
I
would
gotta
you
say, that is the
Eat a
most
decorative.
insane. Decorative
And it's a
pasta.
year old.
That's a year old.
What's going on?
I think these
So
are
what are you doing?
like the weirdly shaped pastas that are edible but are used
Yeah.
for decor.
But
But
you
a
can
year
just
old
go
is
get some
crazy.
pasta.
Yeah.
How,
And
how
they're
bad
so
are
cheap.
you? I gotta
Or
have
lazy.
pasta right now. I
Just
can't.
Uber Eats or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, all of these food stores, I'm always just like, just fucking Uber Eats or DoorDash some shit. Forcing your
So
wife
easy.
to wake up at 2 a.m. I don't get it.
Cocoa shrimp.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Coco
one,
the
yeah.
shrimp is crazy.
There's an update to that one that we have to do for Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, back to the Toblerone story. So the Toblerone is replaced with even more than there was previously. Not sure if I should put it in the Swiss packaging or apologize and just tell her that I bought a new one. For now, I'm keeping it quiet, like a parent discovering the dead goldfish and doing the old switcheroo. I'm in the UK, by the way, so the recipe is exactly the same as the one in Switzerland.
Is it?
Take that, research that if you want.
Is it,
I didn't
bitch?
look it up. Also, she religiously reads the sub, so if she comes across it, gee, I love you, and I hope you forgive me for what I did, like you did with the pasta.
Fucking
So am I the
fool.
asshole?
Yes.
I mean, you lack control.
Which some would say makes him an asshole. I would.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm looking it up. It's the same.
Is it the same?
I'm looking.
I will say this. If it is different, like John said, American Coke and Mexican Coke, you done fucked up. Also, if you're in England, I know it's crazy to do for chocolate, but how much is a ticket to Switzerland? I imagine it can't be
It can't be that much.
It can't be too bad.
I mean, listen, it's definitely more expensive than the Uber Eats you could have done.
For
but-
sure. To get your own Toblerone and not fuck with hers,
Yeah.
that is hers. I would say you owe her a trip to Switzerland and you owe her at least at the very least 10 Toblerone bars.
It says the same, but people
Okay.
are saying like it doesn't taste the same.
Yeah, I feel it's like one of those like, oh yeah, made in Switzerland, but the Swiss are like, we're making this worse.
Mhm.
So they come here, those motherfuckers.
Maybe a different factory. One that's sold
Okay, it will-
domestically and one that's sold for exports.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing for sure.
I don't know, straight from the source hits differently.
Yeah.
Because even okay, so funny story. When we went to Grand Cayman one time, there was these rum cakes. I think they're called tortugas, and we got some in the U.S. from I want to say like a World Factor or World Market. It didn't hit the same. I'm like, man, I prefer the ones that we got in Grand Cayman as opposed to this, even if it's from the same place. But something about it being exported, it just doesn't
Doesn't hit.
hit. It doesn't hit.
Interesting. All right. So Reddit deemed asshole.
Yeah.
Because,
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense. And OP's wife, he puts an edit and says, oh my God, my wife has replied in the comments.
Oh
So
no.
I went down, found OP's wife's comments. She says, what? Oh my fucking God, I can't believe you ate my chocolate. I'm actually screaming, dude. This is so funny. The title caught my eye and I screenshotted it to send to you like, this is so something you would do. And now I'm shaking. Oh my fucking God, this is so funny. You're the asshole, but I forgive you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm crying, laughing in the toilet at work.
Maybe he
Shitting
posted
out
it
Toblerones.
knowing that she would see it, which is
Maybe.
a cute marriage thing. Because you know she loves that subreddit, so that's fun.
For sure.
Yeah, but you should still take her to Switzerland and buy her 10 Toblerones.
He's a lot better than the first story that we read about some guy being pissed off in traffic. At least he's being flirtatious
Yeah.
and playful about it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, because there's more.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I died in Vietnam commented, I feel like the bigger transgression here is eating some year-old decorative pasta. You wild.
That's what we were saying already. How fucking down bad are you for pasta?
And so Opie's wife replied to this comment
Oh no, you ate it.
and said, if you guys thought the decorative pasta was bad, let me tell you about the time he ate my advent calendar, my chocolate orange, and my fancy box of chocolate given to me by his family, all in the space of one Christmas.
You gotta hide chocolate from this guy. This guy really has zero
loves
control.
chocolates.
This is me with Sienna. I'm like, I gotta put this on the top shelf or something, or it's gonna be gone.
This is crazy.
I was livid. Glad to hear you all think he's the asshole because I've spent our entire relationship trying to argue that I should actually have agency over my own confectionery and not have to race his greedy ass willpower of a 5-year-old to get it eaten. I'd like to take my time on gift food, and sometimes I take too long and it goes off, but most of the time I don't get a chance because this absolute chocolate quilled shit pig has hawked down at
Nice.
his gullet like an absolute duck before I get a second look. Can't believe he polished off my entire Toblerone. I gotta say, British insults hit different.
Those were
Dude,
nice.
fucking
Shit
What
duck
they
is
lack in
crazy.
cuisine, they make up for in insults. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel like every food we get, like Nancy and I, like gift food, like if she gets it or I get it, neither of us finish the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah.
Unless we're sitting down and like, all right, let's fucking get down to business. But usually it, if it goes bad, it goes bad. Or if it gets close, one of us will be like, hey, I noticed, you still haven't eaten that, your half of that. Do you plan to? If not, I'm going to fucking go to town. But yeah, I can't imagine eating her entire advent calendar chocolates
That's
that
crazy.
my
That's
family
wild.
gave her. Just zero control, which also makes this whole Toblerone incident even crazier because he had an insane Christmas of doing all of that. And then however long later, doubled down with the Toblerone.
Crazy.
Yeah. Me and Juliet's like crazy rule is like she always gets the first bite and I always have the last.
Mm.
And it just
That's a good
worked
rule.
for us.
As long
ever
as there's
since.
a rule.
That's a rule. And
Sienna
every time
gets
we're
the
like,
first bite and the last bite. So.
oh, wow.
If
Like,
there's
we just
enough in
bought
between, I get some.
we just bought mochi donuts today and every single one of them has been bit. So now the rule is I know I get to get the last bite. So I'm going to eat every single one of them motherfuckers later.
Nice. Cool. Let's move on to the next story. Cross-posted by the GOAT, Mary Gitz, 2011.
Ooh. Be a banger.
And the title for this one is Girlfriend of 6 years won't stop asking for a ring. Am I the asshole?
Yep.
Immediately.
I mean, if you don't want to get married and they want to get married, then I think you need to break up, right? Because then you're just wasting her time.
Yeah, 6 years I think is long enough to have a decision.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hop into the story. So I, 37 male, have been with my girlfriend, 35 female, for 6 years now. We have been living together for 5 years. We both have good jobs that pay well, and money isn't an issue. She has a daughter from a previous relationship, and I've known her since she was 2, and she's 9 now. Me and my stepdaughter get along great. Everything is fine, but I am constantly getting asked by her when she is going to get a ring. She said she's not willing to look at houses or to get a house until she has a ring. We currently rent and have rented for the past 5 years. A year and a half ago, I went out and bought a ring because I do plan on marrying her someday. She's the woman I want to be with. I just want to wait until I'm ready and the timing is right for me. Which I gotta say, why buy the ring if you're not ready?
Yeah. Why buy it? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's an indication And you
Yeah.
guys always talk about how you should always discuss when that's going to happen. So buying a ring without probably consulting her might be wild.
Well, I mean, I said because you want to be on the same page. It sounds like she wants the ring. So, I mean, I feel he's okay to buy the ring and propose. Like he knows what she's going to say. But like, why buy the ring if you're not ready?
if
is
you're not
my
ready,
ultimate question.
I got it. Probably got it on a discount.
Jesus, you're probably right. I'm also planning an unforgettable, unique way to ask and surprise her. But every other day is her talking about a ring. Even when hanging out with friends, she brings it up and causes uncomfortable conversations with people about it. And it's always, hey, it's time you ask. What are you waiting for? You should really ask her already. So these are the friends talking, I assume. Like, shut the fuck up.
Mhm.
It's not your life and any of your business. I don't want to feel pressured into doing it. So am I the asshole for not proposing to my girlfriend of 7 years yet?
Yeah.
Mm.
Look, like we said in the beginning, just fucking communicate. Is it that hard to be like, it's coming? Or at least the friends be like, there's a plan, you know?
Yeah.
There's a plan happening. So like, you know, it's so many questions. It sounds like you bought the ring, but you're not sure. So why buy the ring? Also, if people are hounding you, just be like, trust me, it's something is in the works. Or at least comfort your girlfriend so she's not bringing it up all the time. Just be like, there's a plan. I have something going on. You could expect it in the near future.
Or maybe
I don't
not.
think there's anything wrong
He's
with
not
that.
ready yet.
Or maybe, yeah, it's so when I'm ready. What does that mean, brother?
I don't understand.
But yeah, I feel like you could easily just let people know and then you wouldn't be so annoyed about it. But yeah, I think you're the asshole at the end of the day.
Ooh, I'm gonna go out of the grain here. I think everyone sucks in this scenario, including the friends.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, well, I agree that yes, communication is the best, and maybe yes, saying yes, it's gonna happen. Ease them into it, or kind of give them that assurance that yes, it's in the cards. I get that. They should have done that. So he's the biggest asshole of all, in my opinion, for not doing that from the jump. The constant badgering and pestering, it's gonna get annoying. And to kind of bleed it over to the social circle too, if that's all she can talk about, to the point that all the friends are badgering him about it, that's kind of frustrating too. As someone who hates being told what to do, every time someone says, like, just for example, like me, when you know, I'm around family and they're always asking, when are you gonna have kids? Even my friends are asking, when are you gonna have babies? Because all of them majority of them have kids now. The more they talk about it, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, we're not ready in this scenario, right? Like, leave me the fuck alone at this moment. So
Yeah.
I do get the part that he's frustrated because everyone is just constantly telling him what to do. That's just also like part of my thing as someone who's having ADHD. Like, the more people say something, the more I don't want to do it. So I understand where his frustration is, but I still think he's the biggest asshole of the situation for not communicating. But I'm also annoyed. I'd also be annoyed by the girlfriend and the friends by the constant badgering. So they're like minor assholes, but I still think everyone sucks in this scenario.
So my counterpoint to that would be, John, is if he did communicate, then she wouldn't be pestering. You know what I mean? She'd be like, okay,
Sure.
like something's coming. I'll wait. I'll be patient. And like, I mean, there's only so long you can wait. What Sienna and I did was I was like, if you wanted me to propose, like, what would a time frame look like planning for a wedding, right? Like what kind of date she wanted. So that's how we did it. She was like, yeah, I'd prefer to be proposed to by like before, the fall, because I want to have a fall wedding next year. That's kind of how we talked about it. And so something like that, where it's even like she has something to expect and you can
Sure.
propose within that time frame. You know what I mean? Like there's so many ways he could have gone about this where it's like, then she wouldn't be pestering. You know what I mean? Quote unquote. Because all she's trying to do is get reassurance that she's not in an endless boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, which I get from her point. The friends, sure, they're probably trying to back up her friend, but yeah, I mean, ultimately it's not their business.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be doing it in public if they're behind the scenes being like, yo, he should propose or you got to get the fuck out. That's, that's friends being friends and talking to their friends about stuff. But yeah, okay, that's fair. But I think ultimately she's innocent because, she's just trying to get reassurance from her partner who's not giving her anything.
No, I get that part. I completely get the assurance part. That's why I say like he's the biggest piece of asshole in this scenario. If it's something that's all you can talk about, that could get really annoying really quick too. And for someone who just keeps being reminded constantly every day, like every single, it sounds like even social settings, and even if it's just normal day-to-day life, it's like, when am I going to get in my ring? When am I going to get my ring? If there's nothing else that you could talk about outside of that, yeah, that could get pretty frustrating here every day. But I do agree. He should have done the assurance first. Had he done that, I think, like it would have been remedied. But I don't know. I still think he's the biggest asshole, but I don't think she's not innocent either in this scenario.
Okay. That's fair. All right. So, purple flavored cherry in our comments. Oh yeah. Reddit deemed asshole.
That's fair.
And purple flavored cherry in our comments said, he'll probably only ever show her the ring when she leaves him so he can say, see, I was planning on proposing, but you ruined it. This is your fault. Which is speculation, but I could definitely see that happening. And then I kept going in our comments, and then there were some people commenting about his account and how terrible it was with comments. And he deleted his account.
Of course he did. What'd he do?
But thankfully,
Internet's forever, baby.
Screenshots.
Existing on Earth, lower score, put in like an app, basically like a web app that you can search people's comments even if they have deleted their account. Fun fact.
Whoa.
So I went in, took the screenshotted username, typed it in, went through, and oh boy, there was a lot. I gotta say, I was scrolling through mostly gaming comments, and then I got to some wild ones. And I gotta say, I only picked 3 here, I think. 3 or 4. And there was way more. So if you want a wild read,
it's crazy that there
go check
are.
that out.
Yeah, that that you have a choice to.
Yeah. It was a charcuterie board of terrible comments I could have picked from. So here's some comments from OP. So this one is in response to, and I don't quite know the stories of these posts, but these are response to the title of the post. And we get enough from that.
Okay.
So the title of this one is, Am I the Asshole for Taking a Break Because He Kept Asking About My Body Count? So OP responded to this post saying, I mean, as a woman, if your body count is getting above your age, you need to chill. LOL.
Why as a
changed my
woman?
mind, baby.
Why only as a woman?
Oh, we find out later, Sean. And this one was fucking wild. This one was titled Question for Teen Girls. Now the question was deleted. And I believe it was posted in like r/teenager or something like that. I didn't actually
say
check.
it, Sean. Yeah, I know you want to say it.
Why are you in there, bro? Illegal. What are you doing in r/teenagers? You fucking freak.
Fucking Aubrey.
So here's OP's comment to that, whatever the question was. I remember when I was in my early to mid 20s and had younger girls, 16 to 18, throwing themselves at me. Even lying about their age, younger girls have always liked older guys, even back in the day.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Full asshole. I fucking hate this guy.
Woo.
Illegal.
Oh,
Holy shit.
that's fucking crazy.
Dude, this guy's an ass.
What are you doing in r/teenagers, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get out of that stuff. That's crazy. So this one was titled, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Daughter Her Much Older Boyfriend Isn't Welcome in Our Home? To which OP responded, Young girls like older guys. They always have.
Boo.
But that's a pretty wide margin. Does this guy have a lot of money? Question mark.
Bro, get this guy away from your 12-year-old stepdaughter because it's
maybe it's good that you're not
brother.
being proposed to.
Yeah.
Maybe you
gotta
don't want the
agree.
ring after all.
Gotta agree.
It's getting scary.
And to cap it off, we got, would a person's sexual history be a consideration in your relationship to that person? OP responded, if she's been with more than 15 guys, I'm not dating her. And or if she's been with 2 guys at the same time, I'm not dating her. To which Nemo of Consequence commented and said, so you don't know how to satisfy a woman. Got it. OP then responded to that. How does a woman sleeping with a lot of men and having 2 cocks at the same time equal to me not knowing how to satisfy a woman? I've actually been with over 30 plus women, and my 7-year relationship with my girlfriend has her coming in 5 minutes or less when I'm trying to make her come real quick. Guess we found out this chick has fucked a lot of guys / has had 2 cocks at the same time. Stupid slut.
Ooh.
This guy is unhinged.
I
like
fucking
I said,
hate
So
him.
really, at the beginning, I was like, maybe this isn't one of the worst like stories. He has the right to be annoyed. No, this guy fucking sucks.
Nope.
He is one of the
He
worst
sucks.
people we've
Trash.
had. He's terrible.
He is an awful,
terrible.
awful person and has awful thoughts about women and younger people. Oh.
Yeah, this is a possible blessing in disguise for the girlfriend to not get proposed. Because this guy.
I worry about daughter.
Yeah.
9.
I really worry about your daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, all the friends should flame his ass.
They should. They're all justified.
Well, actually, they don't know what's going
Bro.
on because they're asking them, why aren't you going to propose yet?
Yeah, true. They're assholes for trying to make him propose.
There you go. So technically, everyone's.
I'm so
Unknowingly,
mad
but yes.
Unknowingly.
that r/teenagers exists and
Dude,
people
well,
that are not teenagers
I mean,
are
it's
allowed on
probably, yeah.
That's fair.
there. There
Yeah,
should
'cause-
be like some kind of verification, like show your fucking high school ID and a picture of you now to get on that bitch. Because
this is
fucking
Reddit.
grown men prowling this subreddit,
Gross.
bro. I don't know, something. We can't have old people on r/teenagers. Are you fucking kidding me?
Aubrey.
Aubrey?
All right. So yeah, like I said, if you want to dive into this poster's comments, there was a lot.
Oh my
There's a lot
God.
of comments. I gotta say, like, I think I only went back 12 days, and there had to be over 100 comments. It was
Hey.
crazy.
I'm glad to be proven wrong. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
So we'll move on to the next story posted by Elegant Midscore Big 3199. And the title for this one is, Am I the asshole for telling my friend I can't make her wedding dress despite making them for 2 other friends?
I mean, situation might
No.
change, say otherwise. Maybe you got busier. Maybe you have other things going on. Sometimes luck of the draw is not there, or the situation is not fit for the role. So I don't know. I'd probably say no.
Okay. So I, 38 female, am a dressmaker and have my own shop. It has been a custom in my friend group that my wedding gift to my friends who get married has always been an original wedding dress made to their taste, and I've done this for 2 friends. That's super cool.
That is cool.
Gotta say.
It's badass.
I love my job and I love my friends, so it has always been easy choice for me. However, I am currently 26 weeks pregnant with my first child and trying to lessen my workload as I prepare for my maternity leave and pass larger projects over to my employees. So you called it there, John.
Situation sometimes the knot doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My friend informed me last night that she is getting married. I was, of course, so happy for her and congratulated her. She asked if I'd be making her dress for her, and I told her, of course, to just let me know when they had a date, and I was told they already had a date, January 19th. That was fine. A year and 5 months. Perfect. Plenty of time to do the designs and make it, and I expressed as much to her, but then she corrected me. It wasn't January 19th, 2026, like I had assumed, but January 19th, 2025. That's a quick turnaround, I gotta say.
Whoa.
Even like within the time it takes to get wedding dresses, that's
She's
a pretty quick
Fucking
turnaround.
hella pregnant too.
A custom.
Yeah. A custom one. I was a bit shocked at this and told her that if that's the date she picked, I'd have to take back my promise, as there's no way I can make her dress in that time frame, as I'll be not too long postpartum. I asked her to reconsider the date if she wanted me to make a dress, pointing out how 5 months wasn't much to plan a wedding anyway, but she insisted that's what she wanted. I didn't push as it was up to her, but I made it clear I will not be able to make a dress for her then. She didn't understand this at all, pointing out how I'll be taking off work soon anyway, and can't I just use that time to make her dress? I admit in hindsight, I got a bit snappish here, and she likely didn't realize how much work goes into a wedding dress, but I asked her if she'd hit her head and why she thinks it's okay to ask me to put stress on my pregnancy for her wedding dress. She has been putting messages in the group chat calling me out for it, saying how it's easy to tell who my favorites are, and it's clear her feelings are hurt. I'm annoyed, but I also feel a bit regretful about this. I can't trust my employees to make a wedding dress without me, as their skill level isn't up to that, but maybe I could have had a rehearsal dinner dress made for her, or even a reception dress to soothe the hurt of her not getting the custom dress she wanted. So am I the asshole?
No.
No. Okay, look. Maybe I'm exposing myself as a cheapskate, but wedding dresses are, at the very least, like, a cheap one is like $1,000, I feel like. I mean, you could find like vintage ones maybe, or like secondhand ones that are under 1,000, but I feel like 1,000 is pretty like, I mean, when I look at Say Yes to the Dress, it's always like $6,000, like some crazy, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not gifting $6,000 at every wedding I go to. You know what I mean? On top of that, it's custom, handmade, so probably even worth more than the 6,000, to be honest. So the fact that they were getting it for free, the fact that this is even a thing in your friend group is insane. So kudos to OP. So once, you get married or you get engaged and you start planning, maybe it's on OP. Maybe OP is like, all right, I'll do this for the friend group, but you got to give me like more than 5 fucking months. 5 months is fucking, while I'm pregnant, is insane of an ask. And then for her friend to be like, yeah, but you're going to be off anyways. Can't you just, bitch, if I said no, it's a no. Like there's no other need to talk about it. Like I offered to make the dress. I told you I need more than 5 months. You said, I want to get married in 5 months. There's a disconnect. So it's not going to happen. It's just impossible for it to happen. And then for her to be like, well, can't you do this? Can't you do that? No, I said no. So, no, you're not the asshole. It's crazy for her to be like, well, it's not that hard to just, no, wrong. You don't know anything about making the dress. Otherwise, maybe you would do it yourself. You know what I mean? So your friend is in the wrong. Did you get snappy? Yes, but probably rightfully so. She just told you your job isn't that hard. You could do it in 5 months while pregnant.
Wild.
So kind of like, fuck your friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think OP is a selfish asshole who went back under. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna.
Wow.
Not that type
Like,
of
this
episode.
is a court
Nah.
episode? Is this a court episode?
No. Completely agree, Sean. Not the asshole in this situation. If anything, this is also one of those moments where you do realize that who your real friends are. I know she went to a post in your group text saying that, oh, you always know the favorites. Because the two people that they made the dress for were probably very appreciative of you and actually respected you as a person and the craft that you make, right? And for the fact for this friend to what Sean is saying, like diminish the efforts that you have to do. 5 months not pregnant is a tough ask for something custom. It's something like labor of love. Not only that is the materials that you have to get, fitting it to their liking and fitting it to their image and how they want it to be in their special day. That is a huge ask for someone to get for free. Okay. That is really ridiculous. And on top of that, your friend showed their hand to you. They don't empathize for your situation. They don't give a shit that you're just going to push a baby out of your body. And they're like, your job is easy. Therefore, they probably never thought of you as a freebie gift in this scenario. So if anything, you found out who your real friends are, and I hope they were backing you up in this. If not, then you cut them out as well, or send them an invoice for that fucking dress that you made them. But other than that, cut that friend off. They don't mean anything to you, as obviously you don't mean anything to them. So if anything, you just gain more peace by cutting that person out of your life. So OP, you're not the asshole at all.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed most of what you guys said because
No,
we
you're
were
good.
standing right there in front of you guys, and I was very distracted. So I'm sure everything you guys said was correct, and I
I
won't
did call
regret
them an
backing
It's
you
getting
up.
that time of the day.
Reddit deemed not the asshole, and Sweeper 1985 said, "So you in fact offered her an incredible, generous gift
Mhm.
that will take you a great deal of work, and you advised her that this amount of work needs a certain time frame." And the ungrateful asshole has the nerve to demand that you do it in a time frame you can't accommodate while on maternity leave and recovering from the birth of your baby. You are in no way the asshole here. She is, though, and I'd suggest that given her attitude, she does not deserve a dress from you.
Mhm.
And I couldn't have said it better myself, and I assume you guys said it exactly
Something like
the
that.
same.
We said it something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
All right, so because we are so late on time right now, I'm actually going to push the next one because it has a lot of updates into
Yes.
the Patreon. And
Ooh.
we're going to use one of the ones I was going to use for the Patreon right now.
Whoa.
This one is posted by Playful Midscore Rub, Midscore 3791.
Ooh, playful rub goes a
Good
long way.
username.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
And the title is, Am I the asshole for not making him food after his work wife kept making him food?
Ooh, work wife is
Ooh.
crazy, bro.
Work wife, brother. Never a good thing.
Mm-mm.
No.
Work homies are fine. Work wife is a problem, I think.
And Sean, I'm going to need you to pay attention to these numbers that are coming at you here. Ready? So, me, 27 female, and my husband, 34 male, have been married for 3 years, but we're dating 4 years prior. So 20 and 27.
20 and Jesus fucking Christ.
Say it.
Again, not the worst we've heard, but there's just
But
adds more
illegal,
fuel to it.
nonetheless.
In the eyes of the Sean rule.
He recently got a promotion in his company and moved to a different department. In this department, he recently started interacting with 24 female. Another illegal, if if this is his work wife, quote unquote.
We got ourselves a groomer, it seems.
Aubrey himself.
Every time I'm there, she makes sure to call him her work husband. Or she will do simple things such as make him food or give him extra tight hugs.
Oh, that's wild. Front tight hugs? Bro.
Ah.
Oh, the way my head will be rolling if
We're fighting.
I'm not coming home.
The fact that she makes it a point to do that when you're there is
Ooh.
insane work.
Yeah,
What
fuck
do
her
they
too.
do? It only makes you imagine what you do, what they do when you're not
Behind
there,
the
you know what I mean?
scenes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Spreadsheets could be something else.
Oh, God. But my breaking point was last week when he had come home with the food I had made him. When I asked him why his lunch bag was still full of what I had made him in the morning, he said that 24 female had made him food and he didn't want to seem rude and waste it.
Boy, you better waste it.
What?
Jeez.
But
Or
you
you
can
better
seem
eat
rude
both
to your
for-
wife and waste that?
For real.
Yeah.
Bitch, what you talking about?
So I ignored it till he threw away the food I made him. I woke up at 6 a.m. just to make him his favorite food, but ever since this has been happening every day, it's starting to get annoying. Till today, I decided not to make him lunch. He came downstairs in the morning to me making breakfast and asked me where his lunch was.
Bitch.
I said I didn't make him
Bitch.
one. It was going to go to waste anyway. He started arguing that I was being petty over little things, but I tried to discuss how I felt and he went over it. So am I the asshole for not making him food anymore?
Hell nah.
No. Hell
Fuck
no.
that guy. That's crazy, dude.
Bro,
And
You're a
fuck your
fucking
husband
piece of
and the
shit.
work
throwing
wife,
away
bro.
your wife's food is crazy work.
For your work wife who blatantly disrespects your relationship.
And,
It's crazy.
you know me. Every time this food or wife making food situation, I always go off in this bitch. Trust me. If my wife makes me fucking food, and when she does all the time, I will eat it. I will brag about it in front of everybody. Be like, look what she made. Motherfucker, I ain't wasting no crumbs left behind.
That's how it should be.
As it should be. And you throw it away in front of her, bro. That's crazy work.
Yeah. I mean, the hugs in front of her.
It's
That is
insane
crazy
to be
work.
like, well, I don't want to disrespect my work wife by wasting her food, but I can disrespect you to your face and throw your shit away in front of you.
Yo,
In
the
what world?
actual wife who's holding the fort down at home
Yeah.
is crazy work. Oh my God.
So Reddit deemed not the asshole, and there is a bit of an update to this one. So me and him are going to talk when he gets back home, but I did talk to him little bit before he went in the shower. He just got mad when I asked if I could see his texts between her and him, which ended in him getting defensive.
Oh, he cheating.
Oh yeah, that's his real wife now. I think you should leave his ass. And he went on to say that if I trusted him, I wouldn't need to look at it. I may bring up the option of divorce.
No.
Does he have an iPad?
Probably.
Check from there.
I may bring up the option of divorce, but I need to figure out the financial situation first. I have a job, but it barely even pays. But until then, I'm going to start packing up my stuff little by little, talking to a divorce attorney and figuring out where to go from there. But I won't leave until me and him have had a talk. But thank you to everyone who has let me open up on this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, more than the right to do that, because obviously he can disrespect you in front of your face. And the fact that he was so hesitant about showing the text messages, you know, this motherfucker's hiding something. If he's so willing to do that in front of you, he's doing some shady shit in the back. For sure.
I would say try and get like the text, like the proof, to use that in court for the divorce to get some money.
Yeah.
Because, it sounds like he is probably cheating. So if you can get that, that's just a bonus for you when going to divorce court, for sure.
That is wild, dude.
Crazy.
Front hugs in front of your wife is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I will not make it home. I will not even make it to my seat.
As you shouldn't.
Because I wouldn't. I'd be like, no. Go
Get
away.
off me.
I value my life.
All right. That is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. What did you think of these little assholes?
That last one.
The Patreon story that I held was a tough one. But Sean rule reigns supreme. Let's just tease that.
That shit was draining.
What can we do?
Well, we're done now. So if you want to hear more like that story we covered in the Patreon, please consider joining our Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network, or you can subscribe to our YouTube membership program by hitting the join button on our YouTube channel. The links, of course, are in the show notes. And I will say, if you are joining Patreon using
Apple,
I would recommend using a browser to sign up to our Patreon because it charges you a lot more on there. So if you are currently subscribed there, just check it out because fuck Apple. They are trying to take profits from creators. It's pretty shitty. So just a heads up. But just go to a browser or computer and use that to sign up for our Patreon. And then final shout out, we got our Decorum merch. Head on over to Reddit on wikishop.com.
Decorum.
You can get our hats, t-shirts, hoodies, all that wonderful stuff. Thanks to John for designing that. Thanks to Sean for coming up with it. You guys are great team. Great teamwork.
I hate to run out on the ending, but I am about to piss my pants.
I'm going to do another 10-minute ramble, actually, Sean. You have to be here for it.
I'm so fucking sorry, guys. I gotta leave.
Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on today, giving your takes. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. And what's the question of the day, John?
Question of the day. I don't even remember the stories that we did, but
Fair.
What is your favorite candy?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
I was going to say, tell us a bad story about your internet provider. Because Sean's is garbage today.
Yes. Tell us your favorite internet provider scary story. Follow us everywhere, please, people. We actually have a TikTok account now that we share clips, and that's Reddit on Wiki. Okay, on TikTok.
Just Reddit on Wiki.
Reddit
It's crazy
on Wiki.
that wasn't the original one.
Yes, we have a lot of people who are duplicating our accounts. That is not us. The only accounts we have, Reddit on Wiki and Reddit on Wiki Pod. Also follow us on Facebook because we can possibly make money there. So
Yeah,
we're boomers, but thank you. Follow us.
we are. But yes, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We'll see you on Monday. Bye. Or
Bye.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Get therapy.